Hello everyone, my name is Akshay Kumar and today I will be presenting my reflection based on a key ideas from historical and contemporary approaches to childcare development theories and two national frameworks. This reflection helps me to understand how children grow, learn, and express themselves, and how, as a future early childhood teacher, can support and guide them effectively. So coming to the next slide of mine, slide two, a historical approach, John Luca Tabula so John Luca tabula rasa described child as a tabula rasa. Now, what that tabula rasa means? It means it's a black slat, meaning they are not birthed with the knowledge, but they learn everything from their environment. For example, if a child is constantly surrounded by a kindness and learning opportunities, they are likely to grow up with kind and the curious because they are learning it from the environment. This idea helps me to realize the huge impact a teacher has. I will focus on building nurturing and stimulating environments that shapes children's up there learning in a positive way throughout the sensory activities, song, story, and open play. Coming to the next slide of mine, the slide three is contemporary approach, Reggio and Emilia. The Reggio and Emilia approach view children as capable, curious, and full of potential. Teachers are as seen as a co-learners, not just instructors. For example, if a child shows interest in insects, I might design small projects on bugs, encouraging them to observe, draw, and ask questions. It reminds me to respect each children's voice and creative environment that responds to their interests with flexible spaces and material they can explore in their own way. Slide 4, Theory 1, Piaget's cognitive development theory. Now, what that theory means, Jean Piaget explained that children go through specific stages of development from simple physical actions to complex thinking. For example, a 4-year-old might enjoy matching colors or building blocks, and while 8-year-old can solve mathematical problems, concrete operational stages. Understanding these stages allow me to design activities that matches each children cognitive level, like making puzzles, role play, or continuous game making learning both effective and fun. Coming to the next slide of mine, which is slide 5, theory, Vygotsky, social culture theory. Believe learning happens best when a children is supported just beyond what they can do alone in what he called the zone of proximal development, ZPD. For example, if a child can't tie their shoelaces yet but can do it when help, but yet can do it with help. That's their ZPD. That's their zone proximal development. They guide me to offer scaffolding by modeling, prompting, or working alongside the child to help them to develop new skills through social interaction and language. Coming to the next slide of mine, which is slide 6, which is framework 1 of early years learning framework. Early Learning Years of Framework is a national framework in Australia. It focuses on three key ideas: belonging, being, and becoming. It also includes five learning outcomes like children being confident, communicative, and effective learners. For example, if a child from a different culture joins the class, it would be appreciate their language or custom in activities to make them feel welcoming. This framework helps us to plan international and inclusive learning experiences, ensuring every child feels safe and supported and celebrated for who they are. Coming to the next framework of mine, which is framework 2, National Quality Standard. NQS sets national benchmark to ensure children receive high quality standard education and care. It includes area like health and the safety learning programs and relation. For example, regularly checking outdoor play equipment for safety aligned with the NQS standards. It remind me to reflect on my teaching practices, make safe environment, and continuously improve to meet the highest standards in early child care. Coming to the next slide of mine, which is the last slide, is so sum up, I can say the lookup taught me the value of the experience in shaping children, and Reggio Emilia inspire me to follow children's curiosity and the creativity. Pigbet remind me to plan development and appropriate activities, and Vygotsky encourages me to guide children through social instruction and support. EVYLF helps me to foster identify, belonging, and lifelong learning, and NQS ensures I provide the safest and the most effective care possible. As an early childcare teacher, I will use these insights to create inclusive, joyful, and meaningful learning environment where every child has the opportunity to thrive. Thank you so much for listening me and take care. Here's my references.